Hello again, everybody. We're back at it with blue-black control, competitive constructed. It's your friend Will. This is the memory lapse. We're 4-0, going into round 5. It would be awesome to make it a clean 5-0. What a great set of videos that would be. We have had a couple close calls, but we've pulled them all out. Last round, we played against a blue-white approach deck, and the first game we drew all the fatal pushes and missed a bunch of land drops and did not win. But the second two, after we were able to sideboard, I think we sideboarded 8 to 10 cards in there, we more or less crushed them. And game 3 was particularly epic. I think game 3 was like 35 or 40 minutes and involved stealing their Teferi and ulting it. Ooh, excuse me. And yeah, prior to that, we played against mono red, red black, and a green black tokens deck. So quite the variety. This is a fine hand, I think. We can lead with fatal push into disallow. We can cycle the hieroglyphic if we need to. We have what is quickly becoming my favorite card, Torrential Gearhulk. I feel like I can never lose when I resolve that card. Turns the corner so quickly. It's like weird playing Arena that I'm thankful, oddly thankful, that these are mythics and not rares, because it was easier for me to craft them when they put this stuff on. Oh, actually, never mind. We didn't craft them. They gave these to us, but it was the green Gearhulk I had to craft. So I think they only gave us one of those. Looks like we're playing its other control deck here. And that being the case, I want to try to not cycle this. I might be forced to here. I think it's okay, because I've got the Glimmer. We really cannot afford to miss this land drop, but we need to find our second blue, and we can always get it back with Gearhulk later. So I think cycling is okay. Doesn't feel amazing, but not maximum punish either. Okay. So this lets us get our Glimmer on. Wonder what they're on. I'm assuming they're on blue-white. Probably blue-white if they're playing that. Let's see if they care to counter the Glimmer. They probably have Essence Scatters and stuff in hand, which explains why they're not. I think we want the Syncopate and a random card. Nice. That Glimmer is huge for us. It keeps the lands going. Now we're going to just look to keep hitting land drops. We're going to Field of Ruin off their Arch. The next play, or the next kind of mini quest, is to find a window to resolve a Torrential Gearhulk. They're doing this on their turn, which is pretty nice. And it looks like the auto tapper straight up fucked them there, tapping out all their blue mana. They found white. We're just gonna jam this. The only downside of this is it lets them have a window now to Field of Ruin our Field of Ruin and keep us from hitting their Arch, but getting a free Glimmer and a 5/6 into play. I don't think we want either of these. The hand that we have, okay, 2 more Gearhulks, pretty decent. I'm more or less expecting this to eat a seal away here. but something's going to have to eat a seal away. End turn. And we're going to discard. Oh, we have to discard 2. We're going to discard Fatal Push. And cast down. And we can always get them back with Torrential Gearhulk if we have to. And so this time, we're just going to go ahead and use this Field of Ruin. I think that more than likely we're just going to be jamming a Gearhulk into Counterspell, so I'd rather just take this opportunity, do this now, when I'm not under mana constraints. Now, despite all the card draw, we've fallen behind on land drops, which is pretty brutal. Okay. I think we're pretty happy with that result. I think we're discarding Scarab God here. We have 3 of them. Don't think it's the way we're going to win. There's an argument to discard Vraska's Contempt, but it's I'm assuming this is a Teferi deck. Like, it's almost certainly a Teferi deck. This is what we want. We just want to keep getting land drops, fight over something on their turn, and get an opening for Torrential Gearhulk. 6 with 2 up. Going after the Rivulet, okay. We have 2, so that's okay. We're having a lot better luck here, where we haven't drawn into like all of our dead removal. We actually have a reasonable hand. Even this Essence Scatter might come into play if they play like Angel in their deck. Like when I played blue-white, I liked having 1 or 2 main deck Angels because they just, against all the red decks, especially at the time, it was just so great to hardcast it. Here's a dead one, so we're just going to discard this. We've actually pulled ahead of them online. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 7. It's a weird but like useful way to think about these control matchups is that typically, especially when you're playing cards like Torrential Gearhulk, you know, commit, disallow, like a lot of things that are reactive that you want to stack and play on the same turn. The more lands in play, the more likely you are. More likely it is that you're ahead, because life total is just never going to be a very good indicator in games like this. I wonder if they have approach. Maybe they're on an approach. They discarded Fumigate. Because if they just run out approach here, Teferi. One, 2, 3. So I think we're going to try to syncopate this for 3. Again, just because the syncopate I don't think is getting better. As the game progresses. The downside to syncopate, they're going to negate here, which means we're more or less forced to disallow? Yeah. So the upside is now we have a disallow in the graveyard for Gearhulk. Alternatively, I could have just let that resolve and contempted it. I think we want to just jam one here and see if we can draw. They have an Essence Scatter. I think it's better to lose this to an Essence Scatter now, and now have the second one for later, and hope that they don't have another Essence. I mean, they definitely play like at least 2, if not 4 main deck. Oh, that's a nice draw for us. Negate. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure they're super frustrated with like Teferis in their hand, and they just don't feel like they can play them. Nice. So now we have Gearhulk plus commit. This is kind of what we've been waiting for. And I think we have to go for a Gearhulk and draw. Here? Yeah. See if they have Essence Scatter. I'm actually fine like committing the Essence Scatter, and if they, and then like Memory next turn. I'm like kind of okay with that because we're so far behind. Yeah, I'm okay committing this Disallow. See if they have another one. Though if they Syncopate, then we lose this, but that's the way it is. I might be getting punished for my impatience here. They might just be thinking to let this resolve, because I'm sure they have a ton of, like, removal in their hand, like, that's more or less dead that I'm turning on here. Wow, okay, Disallow. Oh, shoot. I meant to play that. Okay, not punished. Let's just do this because our hand is Garbo. I was just too afraid of them slamming a Teferi there, but there's, you know, obviously chances they're going to do that now as well. But if they do, at least we have Contempt. It's rough. We actually, like, drew so much more than them, and somehow it just felt like we had nothing going on. I probably just need to be more patient, though. I think we're just playing wrong here, where we're trying to control the action, and since we have more lands, we need to be reactive, but I think our deck has, like, more dead cards than theirs. just want to fit. I don't want to draw any more lands. We'll get more blue because we've got black in our hand. I don't think we want to be trying to force down Scarab God here. It's just a vanilla 5/5, and we want to rep like we actually have action in our hand. We want to wait till we get a Gearhulk into the graveyard one way or another. One of ours has been RFG'd, so... Let's see if this hits. I'm sure this gets countered. But just like in the beginning, we have to start just getting counters out of their hand. They probably even have one main, main deck Negate. We probably need to put full control on. Did not like that that just showed them that there was nothing. This is just game 1, by the way. $15 lands. They're 11 now. It's starting to matter less. We need to hit our glimmers and stuff. I guess with this many land... Oh, God. We might as well just try to play these vanilla 5/5s. We still have enough left over, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for double Contempt and an Essence Scatter, so... Sure. We just need to keep Teferi off the board. We Wheel of Fortune them into all of their card draw. Doesn't bode well for us, probably. Like, the likelihood that they're going to be able to stick it to Teferi through double Contempt is going up every turn now, as they craft their hand. Yeah. And that's a card that we're going to have a hard time beating, too. For time considerations, we might need to scoop soon. If we need to draw some real stuff. Let's go. Let's try this again. I am not sure what my road to victory is here. With all these fatal pushes. These game ones are really tough. And we had such a good start. Just the way our draw lined up, our start was so strong. And I think we blew it. I think we blew it trying to jam those Gearhulks and do stuff. But I was just very afraid that they were going to start doing stuff. But they were stuck on land. They flip here. They're going to start seeing 5 cards a turn, drawing 2. It's going to be really hard. Even if we can solve the first Teferi, they're going to be rolling in Teferi. Alright, Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin does it. If they have Disallow here, it's probably worth disallowing this trigger. But I'm pretty sure that it's an activated response. Yeah. So we have to Essence Scatter. I think we scoop here. Let's just scoop here. I don't think we can win at all. This hand is miserable. Like, we enter the Gearhulk, but we're just not going to get there. And we need to think about time. Just like, how long are we going to play that game when we can't really win? We want Bloodfast. We want Doomfall. We want Duress. We want Eldest Reborn. We want Spyglass. We want both Negates. Don't think we need Cast Down. I think we want to keep 2 Essence Scatter. They're going to keep the Gearhulks in. Scarab Gods are just really bad, it seems. Do we cut the commit? The commit's been decent. I always want to cut the commit, but it might not be right. Cut the blink. Blink is really versatile. Cut the Hieroglyphic. Or bring in the Bloodfast. Do something like this. Alright. Damn, a 1-lander. It's so brutal, 27 land. Into a 1-lander. On the play, too. Alright, keep. Oh, wait. It's tricking me. Oh, it has me in like weird full control mode. Normally I don't want to do this, but I want to try to get like a search or something. Alright, that's not going to be very good. Negate. Let's take their negate. Wow, it has me stuck in full control mode? Maybe that will take it out. Yeah. I think we have to just play this Fetid Pools unless we draw land here. Okay. I guess we're going to cycle the Fetid Pools. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing it actually. Off the mulligan, we need to hit all these land drops. Trancing Melody is a weird one. If they brought that in, it's weird. If they left it in, okay. But, I mean, actually not even okay. It's just weird. I think we're gonna wait on this Fetid Pool, on this Glimmer actually. Yeah, so we ended up having to play this. Now this turn I think we're gonna try to pull the trigger on it. Though I'm just afraid that they're gonna snap off this Supreme Will on it here. We have really no follow-up at all. Yeah, we actually really need to resolve it. So here, since we have like negate backup, I will do it. Nice. They let it go through. I think we want both of those. Alright, feeling good now. Feeling safe. Let's go. Are they missing land drops? Maybe. Cycle cast out. I'm cool with that. Right, so we get to Glimmer again. And yeah, I think we want both of these. Keep the land coming, keep the permission coming. I missed the opportunity to do that, but we'll do it next turn. To Field of Ruin their Arch. Nope, I guess there's no rush because they're not really close to activating it, but I just want to do it now before before we're under pressure. They've been very patient on this Supreme Will. Okay. They're doing this main phase, I guess, to dig for land. I'm just going to do this now. Cool. So now the plan is to jam a Gearhulk, draw, and protect it with the negates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we actually don't have... We have to wait. That's how we blew the first game, so we just have to wait. They're going to get impatient, I think. Since they're missing the land drops. 3, 5, 8, 9. We need like one more mana, I think, before we'd be willing to do it. We need to have double negate. Up. We'll discard Disallow here. They discarded their Entrancing Melody, that's nice. Teferi. Negate. I wonder if it'll let me collapse the stack here. So assuming they have negate. If I resolve theirs. Nice. It's going to give me priority, right? Okay, perfect. So now... Gearhulk. Negate. Nice. Alright, so we actually did the thing. I was really worried it was like going to over-collapse the stack there. And we have just like a full house of permission here. And we'll see if it's going to be enough to get us through. Excellence Binding. Disallow. Negate. Okay, negate back your negate. Name of the game is just protect our win condition here. Oh, and this is going to go a long way too. I guess we take the Disallow, let them Glimmer. They have so much, like, varied removal and permission. Okay, Glimmer resolves. Alright. There's a hole. That's a really tough one. That's a good one to find. I mean, was I supposed to counter that? I don't think so. I don't see how you possibly counter that. Or, like, counter the Glimmer. Fuck, we lost this. This card is so nuts in exactly this matchup. We can't let them have it, but they're just gonna draw like infinite now. This makes me want to play the Esper version of this deck because I really miss having Teferi. It feels like there's no yeah, we're just gonna concede here. It feels like there's no way in these matchups. It feels like there's no good punish for winning those exchanges. Like the punish on the blue-white side is you get to untap on your turn, play Teferi, and it's a very hard like threat to deal with, and it does a lot for you, and it like just actually wins the game relatively quickly. Whereas like the punish in the blue-black deck is, I guess in theory, Scarab God, but it doesn't work against the blue-white decks because you're just Scarab Godding, and almost the entire time it's vanilla, or it's like you're playing a 5/6, but again, like it they have answers. So I wonder. I'll show the deck real quickly because I think this is what I'll play next. I wonder if this is, you know, considering that's very similar. It's basically blue, same deck, splashing white for Teferis and Forsake the Worldly. I'm supposed to have a second one of these Dynavolt Towers, but I'm not going to craft it. So I put in, like, a second cast down or something. But almost exactly the same deck. I'm trying to think of what they shave here. They shave the Syncopates. They even have the commit. It's still 27 land. You'd have to go back and look side by side. But this deck looks like it has a much better punish in the form of Teferi. Yeah, that one felt bad. That felt like I had no business losing, and then I just lost because I couldn't beat the Nezahal or the Teferi, and the 5/6 doesn't get there. But anyways, that's the postmortem on that one. That's it for that game. Those two games, that round, 40 minutes. So we'll stop the video here. Finally took an L. And then we'll look to finish this one way or the other in the next video. Later.